I searched the world, but it couldn't fail me. Man's empty praise and treasures that fail, never enough. You came along, then you came along and put me back together.
I don't know what God has in store tonight, but I'm going to tell you that I put every faith that I have in his hands, trusting him this evening that he's going to do exactly what he needs to do. I don't know how you worship. I don't care. But what I'm asking you this evening is that you're open to what God needs you to do. If God needs you to come and pray, then you come and pray. If God needs you to sit at your seat and pray, then you pray there. If God asks you to raise your hand, then you raise your hand and worship. If God asks you to cry a little bit like I've already been doing, then you let the tears flow. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks about you that's in this place, because there's only one person that matters, and that's you and God.
We're here, let me do some quick math, 6,000 to 10,000 years later, and we know his name. Well, we know it was Jacob, but we know Israel. Why? Because he finally allowed God to fulfill his full potential. He was honest with himself. He opened himself up and he said, I am who I am. And God says, no, you are who I say you are. You're Israel. He says, because you have struggled with God, and now we find out who the man was. You have struggled with God, and you struggled with man, and you have overcame the heel grabber, the introvert, the mama's boy, the deceiver, the blessing thief, the deceived when it came to Laban. Jacob wrestled with the creator of the universe. God stepped down and he had to live the rest of his life. That's why I know this was like a literal wrestling match. I don't know why, but it was. And he wrestled with God. God came down, showed up in human form, and wrestled with this man to finally get him to say, I'm a heel grabber. I'm a deceiver. These are the things that I've done. This is what my name means. And God says, okay, it's about time you admit it. Now let me make you something that I wanted to from the beginning. Yeah, you were mislabeled by your parents. Listen, I'm more important. Yeah, you might have been bad in school. Thank the Lord that he's more important than that. Yeah, you might have done some stupid things in your life. Yeah, you might have swindled people out of this. Yeah, you might have, all of that's washed away because you finally gave yourself to me. Now your name's going to be Israel. And through you, I'm going to bless the world. Through you, I'm going to save people from their sins. Jacob finally had to admit, I'm second. Jacob finally had to give himself over to the full expectation that God wanted to place on his life. So I want you to hear this tonight. God wants you to place your value, your worth, your identity in what He says about you. Not what maybe your parents say, not what your friends say, or, friends, not what the school system say, not what your past says, not what your current situation is going through. God has plans for each and every one of you.
Miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. 'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Come on, sing that out. And you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are.
Can we give God a praise offering this evening? Can we do that? Oh, God's a good God.